What's up, Eddie?
Oh snap! What's up? What's up? I
What you
just
got going?
came back from grocery shopping. B. I'm like, oh snap! We're about to be late. Make sure this thing's recording so we're good to go. All right. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. All right. Cool. So I guess I could just chill in the Discord. Yeah. So it looks like we're live. So make sure everything is good. So it's recording. All right. Perfecto. I'll turn this bad boy on. And you can see. All right. Cool. Let me share this to a couple of things. Actually, they have to see my screen. I gotta do it with my phone. I don't want y'all to see all the infinite messages that come up. But what's up, boys? What's up? Give me like 5 minutes. Let me share that we're live real quick. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, I was out getting groceries and then looked at the time and I was like, oh man, it's 10:30. I gotta charge this phone. Nag. Let's do this. Let's do. Where's the Twitch? What's up, guys? What's up? Thanks for joining. Give me like 2 minutes. Let me share that we are live and we can get into it. This one. That's two. That's three. 4. And this should be the last one. And we should be good. 5. This guy's snapping. Alright, we should be good. Cool. Let me just grab this laptop so I can open up Twitch and be able to raise you guys' questions, comments, and concerns. And we will get into this. Alright. There's a lot of tabs open up. Twitch. Make sure this is muted so it's not super echoing like last time. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, should be good to go. What is up? Yeah. Alright, cool. It's running. So I can see questions in here. My boy said, give me supper or give me death. I don't know. He might be busy tonight. I know he joined us the last 2 times. I was running late today. I was grabbing groceries and I completely forgot. I messaged the team chat to see if anyone's awake. Let's see. I forgot we all moved to Discord. My boy said Sublet doesn't sleep ever. I believe it, man. That's freaking hilarious. Sounds great. Perfect. Yeah, we made the switch to OBS finally. So we could now see video on everyone and get clearer sound. My bad for before. I was on using my phone, but thanks to some new teammates and viewer advice, we made the switch to OBS to make it a more quality stream for you guys. So, with that being said, it's your boy Eddie saying hello there, and we are now live. So let's get into it. This weekend, do we have an event this weekend? I think we have the PPG regionals this weekend. So, he says it put the mobile version of Switch. Might want to change the link. Oh yeah. I shared it with I shared it with my phone. They probably did do the mobile version. That's right. Oops. But if they want it, they'll just swap it out. on the computer itself. Because I forgot, when you do it with your phone, they put an M in front of it, which makes it like, I guess, the mobile view and all that good stuff. But realistically speaking, they can just go to Twitch and they can see which version they want to see. I just realized I can actually play games and show you guys now that I'm on OBS. I just realized that. That's actually legit. That might be a team talk. We could just do like a lot. Oh man, that's lit. We can literally do like a live just battle series with you guys. And you guys could tell, hey, you want to see X player and X player. X players is this deck and X players is that deck. I mean, that's, oh man. It's a lot of opportunity that just open up with OBS. That's what's up, man. Oof. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little planning for you guys. But yeah. What's up, guys? What do you guys got for me today? Today is Wednesday. My last day off, unfortunately, before I go back to work. We got the PPG event this weekend. This weekend, I don't even know what to advise you guys to get. Besides one particular deck, which would be Red Broly. The reason why I would advise you guys to, if you have the deck, right? If you have the deck and you're seasoned with the deck, I advise you to go ahead and play the deck. The reason being is next, I guess, week is Gamers. I want to say next week. Or within 2 weeks is Gamers. The real life events are going to start kicking back in, and they're going to be best at 3. And not only that, when the new set comes in, it's like I said during the last team chats, like where people try to bring up these new strategies. And yes, it looks cool and it sounds cool, but players are just going to flock to it. And then you just welcome them with the established deck of the previous format. Something that will just slam you down, not give you a chance to go ahead and explore what you want to do. For instance, this morning, I was playtesting with Projects before I messaged my local group chat. They were playing Android 21. I'm like, all right, bet. I summoned Black Power Man Saiyan. He returned it. I'm like, okay, bet. Next turn I summon 2. He's stuck. Then I summon a 3rd. It's like you're stuck because that thing is mandatory. So he was just losing his hand. He lost on turn 2. He awakened. Couldn't untap. I'm like, yeah, you're just dead, dude. Dead. So it's going to be really, really good. One set 13 deck that I finally did get around to play against, and it's really, really solid in my opinion. It's the King Vegeta. King Vegeta is solid, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I underestimated that deck. I actually sat there and played against it, and I'm like, you know what? This has a lot of unique answers and plays that gets around specifically yellow, because a lot of them have barrier and deflect. And with Mecha getting all the new goodies, I expect Mecha during the next set, Mecha and Dark Broly, right? They got all the goodies for next set. So I expect those decks to be very popular, especially leading into the set release at PPG during the day 1 event. Those 2 decks will probably be the most represented decks. So with that being said, I really believe that King Vegeta, I can see it having a shot. I forgot what the extra card is. An extra card that happened, like he negated. Every time you have to attack, you have to neg a battle card by 5. Guys, that is very, very, very important, especially going against Dark Broly. Please do not forget. I'm a seasoned Dark Broly player, so I won't make this misplay. But do not get cheated. I mean, not say cheated. Don't let your opponent make a misplay by attacking with Dark Broly and negging it 5 to make it 25, and then they're swinging with their leader and then using their leader's ability to combo off all the Dark Brolys. Do not forget, the Dark Brolys have to be 30Ks. If they're not 30Ks because they swung with it, because then I forgot what card it was. He used a card against me this morning, and it said literally, before you attack, you have to, let me pull it up. Before you attack, your opponent has to neg, I think 5K. Let me see. I have it pulled up right now. I have the red cards going in. But yeah, do not let your opponent make that mistake because it will cost you. Yeah, here it is right here. It says, oh, King Vegeta's imposing presence. If your leader is a mono red Saiyan card, oh, it's Saiyan card. That's plus. It's not even leader lock. You may choose an attacking card ignoring barrier against negative 10K power for the turn. Your opponent can't attack with cards unless they give the attacking card negative 5K power for the turn each time, which is really, really plus. Meaning cards like my favorite Overrealm, the SS4 Bardock, which is the dual attack 25 guy, he's going to end up being a 15K by the time he gets to the second swing, which is going to be rough. But the thing that they caught me on, he caught me on this as well as the leader, because the leader says when your opponent loses neg something, your leader could also neg a card, and so can a battle card. So it was a really, really cool, interesting deck. I don't think the player I played against had I guess you can say a final build to it because I got around to it, but I'm trying to like as I was thinking about it, I'm like, yes, I won. But at the end of the day, if this deck was like just finalized and everything ratio set, card set, all that good stuff set, I would have lost that game realistically speaking. Because it's just so unique to just be able to have free reign to just neg your opponent's battle cards at will being set. So really, really, really good. Yeah, that's the only other one that I saw. I played against a lot today. I did my best to play against a lot of the set 13 decks to give you candid feedback of, hey, this is what I think about these decks. I played against the Gohan deck. The Gohan deck was, I mean, they're better leaders. There are better leaders that already exist in the Gohan, in my opinion. So it's like the King Code deck seems like it wouldn't do anything in best of three. Best of one, it seems really, really interesting because I was learning the deck on the fly. Like I said, I did my best to just only play set 13 decks today. Really, really interesting. But once again, if I have a game two and game three, I'm just gonna win the game because I know exactly what to do. But your game one, you can, I guess, get away with some shenanigans that you wouldn't normally get away with in the best event main one. I did not play against Blue Gohan. The Gohan I was talking about before was Yellow Gohan. It has interesting scenarios and all that good stuff, but it's just it was I felt lackluster. Blue Gohan is something I did not play test against. I'm sorry. I couldn't find anyone who wanted to play it, so I can't really give you guys feedback on that. I play test against the new Mecha. The new Mecha was insane, like with all the support, completely insane. Of course, because it's Mecha too as well. What else I played this against? Oh, I also didn't play this against the Bardock. The only red people, the only red leaders from set 13 people wanted to play was King Vegeta, which was really, really, really powerful. Yeah, I saw a lot of different unique builds. I saw mono red builds. I saw green red builds. I saw a lot of unique situations. I saw a mono red chart, like mono red energy only, with them playing a green red package for the rival. I saw a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm trying to like I wrote down notes so I could like click through it because I'm gonna make sure when I played it I jotted it down so I could give you guys honest feedback about the decks. The only thing that really caught my eye, in my honest opinion, was literally just but I was playing Vegex. That could have been it. Was just King Vegeta because King Vegeta I thought I could just lock one Black Power with Dark Power Man saying. Realistically speaking, I did not know that fill card was an out to that card because he used it. I was playtesting on Untap. And then I'm like, how did you just pop that? Because when you look at the card on Untap, the text, the picture cuts off until you actually like. I have a touchscreen, right? So I went to it and I zoomed in on it, and it's like the second part of Activate Main where you could play Red Energy and next something 5K. I'm like, that's pretty solid, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really really good. Um, Not only that, since I was playing with Jackson, he did that. His leader also triggered because something wasn't. I forgot the leader said. So it's to the effect where if your opponent's battle card loses attack part and your leader also an exit too. So he was popping off on my board. Like I said, that deck has the potential to actually do something as a premier red deck, in my opinion, going into next format. And the thing I want to touch on the most was the actual battle cards itself. Like I said, I wasn't really able to take life because he stuck. I believe it was Erratics that kept saying if I was at 5 or more, I gotta take a life. Like crit, not even take it to hand. I had to crit it. And I was just like burning, dude. I'm like, why is this happening to me? Really, really funny. But then he kept bouncing it back and then playing his Vegetas and then playing the Gokus. It was completely insane. Like that deck, once again, it's something to watch out for future references. Let's see. Check out the comments, see what we got. We have contact me and I'll do your team IT. Says red gonna go hard. Yeah, specifically that King Vegeta leader. I believe it's not going to. It's like when Mecha first came out, right? There's going to be a bunch of these variants. It's just like how it started with Mecha, and then you'll see one clear cut variant. You'll see one variant that does well against the meta, and then you'll see one variant that does well against the mirror match. Because I believe that would be a powerful mirror match, especially if some players are able to access the TPs. So you'll see it'll come down to two variants, I believe. And then, yeah, the variant that's able to beat the mirror match is going to be one you're going to see. Because if it could beat the mirror match, it obviously can also beat the meta, right? Because you wouldn't just play a deck just to focus on the mirror, unless it was a tier 0 format, which it's not, especially not for King Vegeta, anyways. So the variant that could consistently beat the mirror match is the one that would just come, I guess, victorious over the weekend. Do I believe that deck could win an event? I'm not sure. I'm not lying to you guys. It's really, really strong. I do think it gives decks such as King Piccolo. It gives decks such as like their current red decks right now. Besides Red, I don't know how it would fare against Red Broly, but the King Piccolo deck I would say is the premier red deck for the format. I think it really does give it problems because when I was watching those cards go to work, it was literally going to Pound Town. So if that deck were to go against King Piccolo, it's just a wrap. Let's see what else. How did Black test out? I wanted to play against Yuha, honestly, because the people are playing against are randoms. Like I said, randoms sometimes just have decks and just put it together. Because I played against, what was it, Supreme Kai? It was like once again, I don't know. It's because I was playing with decks. I don't want to play Dark Broly against these decks. I feel like it doesn't matter who I'm playing against. If I'm playing against Dark Broly, it's going to be issues for someone to just solve and have answers for him. So I want to change it up and play it against Jax. I'm like, this is a realistic matchup that it's gonna. They actually have a chance to combat me and win. You see what I'm saying? Because if they're able to create a lock where I'm taking life and then they trap me, all they have to do is kill me like from 3-0 or like 2-0. So I'll go down like that. I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I'm gonna do. Something I was testing. I know it's not a tournament, so I was literally taking my own life, and doing this just to see what they can do. And what I found out for a lot of these early, they can't take early pressure. And when I say I was just, it's not something I would do in a tournament per se, like go down to 2 life on my turn 1 or not turn on my turn 2 after going first. That's something I do. But the way I was doing it during these just sessions of playtesting, it was rough. Like the C13 decks were really, really struggling, especially the Android 21 deck. Like that was rough. People like that deck. Android 21 as well as the Android 16. That's the most I played. They really, really, I like King Vegeta was the most I played. But besides the King Vegeta deck, that's why I said King Vegeta though was so many different variants. I would have to make a video of that by itself. But the ones that seemed streamlined were the Android 21 and the Android 16. Now, if I were to pick and tell you which one gave me more problems, I would have to say Android 16 only because I was playing with Jax. And like the Android 21, the thing is you can't really tap out. And when I have a Jax build, I was mainboarding this guy because I was playing a best of one with Jax build. So they use their Android 21's ability to take my token back, all that good stuff, and they'll untap on my turn. When I had multiple of these, they're gonna have to pitch cards. I had a bunch of floodgates in my deck, but I was making it in a realistic environment where, hey, if I were to actually play this deck, this is what my deck would actually be going into game 1. I would give up certain matchups just to beat other matchups such as blue. I would rather beat blue. I would rather prepare for blue in the main board than lose to blue in the main board and have to beat them game 2 and 3. Because any other deck such as yellow, red, all that good stuff, you still have to beat me, but you want to put yourself, especially the Jax, which hates blue, you want to put yourself in a position where, hey, if there's one deck that's going to beat this like main deck, not before sideboard, is you do not want to say it's a blue deck. Because if it is a blue deck, you will get savaged. Like you will get ridiculously ravaged in games 2 and 3. Let's see what we have. Really wish we had a better online system. Untap is too clunky. Yeah, the thing about Untap is like, man, oh man, guys, I can't even say what I was gonna say because if I say it, the people who played against me earlier are gonna know it's me. I play on an alternate account because I don't want really people. When people see me, they try to like guess what I'm gonna do and all that good stuff and get nervous. I play on an alternate account so the players just play their game. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. They don't know who it is. They don't feel pressure. They don't feel any of that good stuff. They play to the best of their ability. Um. I'll say this another time so no one says. I'll just say it anyway because I don't think they're ever my username. Guys, if you're going against the Jax, just remember, if I plus a marker, I will not lose double strike. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't argue it. You could ask those opponents I played today multiple times. I don't know why this is a misconception. If I gain a marker on a unison, guys, I will not lose my double strike. I didn't argue with anybody today. I just said, you know what? Fine. If you believe that, it'll be single strike. I'll still win the game, which I still won all my games. The ones that argue that, it didn't matter because at the end of the day, I still won the game. I'm like, there's no reason for me to literally use my leader first, do all that good stuff, and then give him double strike, and then neg a card from my hand. There's no reason for me to do that order if it didn't work that way. If I lose a marker, yes, my skills are gone. But as long as I'm gaining a marker, those skills stay on the unison. Period. Just sharing that, guys. I didn't argue with you guys. The ones that said, yes, I know for a fact I did this, you could ask them. All I said was, okay, cool, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you online because it's pointless. And it really is pointless. And I still just played the game and won. Let's see what we got in the comments. We have good strategy. You play alts because you don't want to running negates. No. I run negates to my project deck. If it was Dark Broly, they would know I don't run negates. I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost one game today. One game out of all the sessions I played. And funny story, I didn't have the gates, and he hit me with a mirror. I was at one life. I'm like, oh my god, this is a repeat of the top 8. So that was really rough. Funny story. Let's see what we got. I don't like play certain decks on untap. I like Gogeta Zeno. I won't play you on untap. Like Gogeta Zeno, I won't play on untap. Gogeta Zeno is a deck on untap. I think it'd be fairly crazy because what people try to do is they try to like solve the deck. I think Gogeta Zeno would just lock someone out because until it hits to games 2 and 3, especially on untap. Yeah, it's a weird scenario to talk about that deck. You play negates, come on, man. Nah, I don't play negates. I play negates my Vegex deck. Just the reason why I play negates my Vegex deck is not so much as to stop the attack, as much as it is to get my floodgate cards back. Because if I'm able to get my floodgate cards back while controlling my awakening to ensure that I'm going to be at 4, I'm in the driver's seat, baby. That's the only reason why I do that in Vegex. But Dark Broly, I'll never play negates. I'm sorry. Well, let me not say that on stream. Of course, I'll play negates. I'm gonna play 4 negates in Dark Broly, boys. Next time you see me, main deck negates, baby. Just expect it. I got you guys. Let's see what we got. What do you got? What questions, comments, and concerns you guys got for me? So I know you guys have a best of 1 event this weekend. Like I said, if you have the deck, I highly recommend that you play test with Red Broly. If you have the deck. Now, if you don't have the deck, be very vigilant on King Piccolo. Yes, you'll be very successful in it, but you want to put yourself in a position where you put yourself in a crutch, essentially, where you get there and you're mastering King Piccolo, and now you're in set 13 and you're going to get slaughtered. I'm telling you, I honestly don't think King Piccolo can beat King Vegeta. And I was playing many different variants, and I don't think not one of those variants that I played will lose to King Piccolo. It's literally beastie, dude. Like, man, it's a deck I literally didn't see had that much power until I played it multiple times, and I'm like, wow. Not only does it have consistent power, it's also very inconsistent power. It's not just a one-shot kill thing. Really wanted to revamp my Vegeta for local. Any chance of a profile coming soon? Vegeta deck profile. Is it going to be a best of 1 event, or is it going to be a best of 3 event? Let me know what's up, and I might hook you up. Let's see. It says, "LOL, 7-drop mirror loves you, bro." I hate that mirror with a passion. So I'm like, all right, there's only one card in the game I can beat right now. Not even a banisher food to win in the game. I'm like, I don't really care. I'll just do this. This guy was at 1 life. I'm like, please pass your turn. Because he has an overwhelm. He had 2 energy open. I'm like, please pass your turn. Please pass your turn. Then he went to start going for a double strike and all that good stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll combo it. Next thing you know, he hits the mirror on me. I'm like, bro, why do you hate my life, dude? And yeah. That mirror does hate me. You play any yellow besides Mecha? Yeah, I played the Gohan. The set 13 Gohan. That thing is trash. I'm sorry. That thing, it's a cool concept when you get it off, but in order to get it off, your opponent literally has to let you get it off. It has no protection. Like the target, it had no protection. Like it had no barrier, it had no nothing. So realistically speaking, like I said, once again, I was playing Vegeta, so that might have influenced my games. I had access to remove it. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up what thing. It was like a 1-drop target they use, and it has to, when they attack or something, it went on top of it, all that good stuff. I'm like, it's cute. I let him do it one time just to see what it was, just so I could experiment with it, dude. And then he had a block. I think he had a negate. It was really interesting. It was a negate that restood his blocker, and his blocker gained an attack bonus. I'm like, okay, cool. Swing again. You'll clear their board so easily. But realistically speaking, it's like, if I really didn't want him to get that evolve off, I could have cleared that target so easily. Like there's nothing to protect it, and I think that's what's gonna make it suffer. I'm trying to pull up what gone. It was. I played it. I played it today. I have the library open in front of me, along with my notes next to it. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. The only thing I did not let him get off was this bad boy, because I actually know what this card does. The Trunks might born reborn, whatever it is. Oh, here it is. Trunks might born of hope. I would not let him get that off because he charged in his energy, and I read it, and I looked at how you bring it out, and I said, nope, that's not getting out of here. That's the one card I did not let him get off. But the barrier blocker, I let him play it because I didn't see the energy. I'm like, okay, I'm just curious to see what this deck does. When it was out there, it was cool. He was able to block. He was able to use the negate. Somehow he restood his blocker as well as the blocker gain attack bonus on it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's a cool concept. But really speaking, I could just clear it. Once I cleared it, I just didn't let him establish another one, which was like, it's pointless to play that deck, in my opinion, if you're not able to protect it. Dropping the Black Gogeta TP turn 1 on Gogeta Zeno, it hit different. Yes, it will hit different. It 100% will hit different. Gogeta Zeno, both Gogeta Zeno and Vegeks lack that border mover, right? But with that new Gogeta TP, it's a whole new ball game, man. The only thing I will say is like I said in the last video, I wish Bandai would have done its due diligence and made that Gogeta Zeno a 7-drop, a 5-drop, or something, because you are putting Gogeta Zeno in a position, if it ever gets too popular, like actually dominant in the meta, Mecha Barrel will shut out the 6 shots, and now all you have to worry about is a 1-drop. So realistically speaking, if you're playing green, you're in a good position because you'll have the Mecha Barrel. Green will be just broken against that deck because you'll have the Mecha Barrel. You'll call Gogeta Zeno 6, and then you'll have your Dormant to just clear the board of their 1-drops, which is completely insane. That's a position where I think Bandai really put Gogeta Zeno players in a rough spot. So hopefully they'll hear this, and then for the future Gogeta Zenos, they change it's a great card. I just hope they change the levels on this Gogeta Zenos, because you're literally making it super vulnerable to just one card, which is not really something you want to put yourself in a position now. Let's see what we got. Yellow Androids looks fun. Fun story. Yellow Androids, yes, they look fun. I wouldn't really recommend it. One of my local players, shout out to Julian, he won our locals last week with, I believe, Android 13. So Android 13 is a fun Android deck if you really want to get into it, which makes sense. At first he said he won it. I was in there. I haven't been in locals forever. At first he said he won it. He said Android 13, but for some reason I was thinking about Android 16. I'm like, how in the world did you win? Because I know that at Oracles we have Turtles, we have Red Brawler, and all that good stuff. I'm thinking, like, how did you win? And he goes, easy. I killed it. I destroyed their hand. I'm like, how? I'm trying to think, how do you destroy a hand? You're a blue deck. And he's like, yeah, it's Android 13. I'm a green deck. And I'm like, oh, you made Android 13. He said Android 13, but for some reason, I was thinking 16. But Android 13 is a really, really, it's a cool deck. Because certain decks just can't come out from hand destruction, especially if you're moving forward with everything being crit for the rest of the game. So I can 100% see how he did well with it. Yeah, that's a deck, I guess, for Androids want to do, unless you're talking about GOAT format. Now, if you're talking about GOAT format, you could play Androids or you could play Cell. That's completely up to you. Let's see what we got. Who told me they had the Shop Championship this weekend? Let me know what's up. Is it best of 1 or best of 3? I'll help you out. I think it was Nicobolas. Probably get support in TP. Yeah, Nicobolas, let me know what's up, man. Oh, locals are best of 3. You wanting to bring the deck too? So, if your Shop Championship is best of 3, it can play a different build. But if it's best of 1, you have to water your build down. Where I'm not gonna lie, my best of 1. That's another thing too. On all these decks, I was winning. I only lost 1 game, and that was without SS4 Bardock fighting his fit, which is 2 attacks going in. Now, the reason why I took him out of my best of, let me see about the actual deck with me right now. Oh, I think I could just show it to you on here. I forgot. Yeah, I think I could just show you my stuff. Shenron. Oh man, it's not like this pre-thingy. Let me just go Google. I don't know how to spell Shenron's layer. Not air, layer, bro. Shenron's layer. Because my Vegeks build, best of 1, is completely different than best of 3. So I'll help you out. Because Vegeks is one of the few deck lists I don't care if I put out. Because at the end of the day, you'll still have to beat me because it's just that powerful. It's hard to stop free. Now this will change. If your shop championship is set 13, this deck 100% changes. The deck it is the way it is right now because I hope none of other decks pop up. Okay, cool. You guys don't get to see all the other ones. You guys just get to see this one beautiful deck. Alright, so let me help you guys out. This is my best of one Vegeks deck list. So the biggest thing is this is before set 13, by the way. I had to take these guys out for this because one of the biggest things I kept telling you guys was that both Vegeks and Gogeta Zeno, even though they're great, powerful decks for best of one, they really, really, really lack board removal. And if Vegeks were to go against a Sync Shenron, you just auto lose the game because you'll never be able to alter stuff, right? So what I did was instead of just playing the 3 of this guy, and 3 of him, I split it because you need the board removal. Going against Dark Broly and going against Sync Shenron, you have to be able to just instantly take your pieces off board. Because if you're not able to do that, you will lose the game. This is never, it's never dead. Even against Dark Broly, it's never dead because you still work your stuff. The only time this might be dead will be against Sync Shenron if they have something that's obviously higher than 6. If they have the 9-drop on board, it's just completely dead. But everything else, in best of one, this is the deck I'd run for it. Now, if you're telling me you're playing best of 3, 100% speaking, you can take this out and you can. Let me think about this. 100%, you can swap the Bardock out for the Bardock. So you can swap the SS3 Bardock out for the SS4 Bardock. Just make that clean swap and you're good to go. Now, it depends. Since it's locals, you know your locals. If you know it's blue heavy on your locals, go ahead and keep this bad boy in. You see what I'm saying? But if you know it's like some arrival-based type locals where it's just the hate's coming out, or people like to play stuff for free like Topos, there's invokers that like to play Topos, or anything like that. That is likes to play free cards. You see what I'm saying? On your turn, when I say free card, emphasis on free, you make them start paying taxes by getting these Quetzalcoatls in. So you can swap 3 Quetzalcoatls for Vegeta. Because you know that's the one benefits about locals. You know exactly what your local players are going to run. But everything else, I wouldn't touch. Dark Power Man Saiyan, you need it. Like Dark Power Man Saiyan is just staple. And everything in this game, besides my Dark Broly deck, runs counters. If it's not counter negates, they run a counter play. They run it's something. It's counter attack or a counter play. It's anything counters everything besides my Dark Broly deck in this game runs some type of counter. So this will always be live. You see what I'm saying? All right, let me get back to the comments. So hopefully this will help you for your. You could always go back to this video and pause it and look at it and save and all that good stuff. Hopefully this will help you. You'll be good to go. If you want, since you have this open right now and you're here, Nicobos, you can tell me what your locals is, and I can literally show you like your opening hand. I could walk you through it and give you a play-by-play of how I'd play it against your locals. That's if you're still here. Think Black will ever get a generic floodgate? They do. Black has infinite generic. Oh, you mean generic non-Saiyan floodgate? The only non-Saiyan floodgate they have is the Son Gohan chain. Not this guy. Let me get the screen back on me. This is the only non-generic floodgate I think they'll ever get. It's this beautiful bad boy. The thing is, it's hard to give Black just a generic floodgate because Black is already Black is a very, very, very strong color, specifically Black Saint leaders. And that's why I tell you, decks like the Vegeks will take easy wins and easy dubs on people, man. Especially when you have decks like this that just floodgate things for free. I'll even show you my Dark Broly. I believe it's still the one that I topped with in both the in real life invitationals and the what's his face, the other one. The thing with decks like this, and the reason why I could never give these decks just a generic Black floodgate is because when you're able to play decks such as Dark Broly, such as Vegeks, that just let you free play free 30Ks, free play free Unisons, free play free 19Ks, all that good stuff. It's really hard to give them floodgates because they're literally playing things for free and you're giving them things to stop opposing decks, which is completely not fair. Like I really don't know how to explain it to you guys. Like you guys really don't know how unfair it is to do all this stuff that your opponent wish they can do, And the few select stuff they can do, you literally have a card that says if you do it, you're gonna pay taxes. Such as if you play blue and you're playing D Magic, or you're playing blue baby, you're playing the D Magic that draws one, and you untap an energy, hey, you're gonna lose your life instantly. Like, it's just not fair for those decks. That's why I don't think you could just give it some, what's his face? Oh, he's talking on Dark Broly deck. No, I'm telling you, look, baby, no negates. This is how we do it. Now, the one change that should be in here, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll show it to you. I did not have access to the Secret Rare, but if I had access to the Secret Rare would 100% be in this deck. Once again, I just did not have access to it at the time because that Secret Rare is busted, 100%, hands down, busted. That's the only thing I would change. But no negates, baby. No negates. We don't roll with negates. Think about it. Think about it. Let me walk you through it real quick, right? I'm going first. I'm going second. I don't really care. I'm going first. Okay, cool. Mirror match. I'll play the Toa. You can't play this in a mirror match. If you play this in a mirror match, what's going to happen is they're just going to use this and work this. So you got to play the Toa. That's your best turn one play. You get the ball. Now turn two, you look at their field. You look at their position. Turn two, if they have a one drop, because they hit it from their leader, it's a mirror match. They have a one drop in their drop area, but they just don't have just enough here. They have three of the bad boys in here. You go ahead and you play this bad boy. You use the ball that you got from turn one. You go ahead and send this bad boy to the drop, and you drop him there. You work their one drop from their drop, and then you work from their hand, and you swing. Now in the mirror match, you gotta make sure they're at 6. If you put them at 5, and you know that's it, like you can't get anything lower than that, you're gonna get got. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna wake it on their turn, and they're gonna come after you. You're gonna come after your life, and they're gonna come after your life card. So gotta make sure they're at 6. Now, if you know for a fact you can put them to at least 3 because you have at least one of these double strikes, or my favorite card, if you have this, and this is why I love this, because if you're going first and you hit all 3 targets from your leader, and your second turn you hit another 3 targets, this is live. So in scenarios where, hey, you could only put them at 5, this second swing will allow you to put them at 3 because now you'll still have one energy open with 2 attacks, and you can do just 35 double strike. Oh yeah, and you can't combo out because obviously Dark Broly has 0 combo power on his unawakened side. This is why I love this card, specifically, especially in a mirror match, because if you ever get Mecha Cabrera, 2 cards you can always, well, technically 3 cards, you can technically play him too, but realistically speaking, this should be your overrealm. What's going to happen is you still have access to this via your one drop and your ball, and you still have access to this for 0 energy. So for 1 energy base, because you have to obviously pay 1 energy to either play him from your drop or play him from your hand, you have to pay 1 energy for it. This is completely free, so you'll get access to 2 guys, which is 3 attacks. And this is not even including leader tap. You get access to 3 attacks with a double strike going in. That's completely insane. It's dumbfounded. This is another reason why I'm telling you guys you can't just keep throwing black cards generic answers, because think about it. If black card just had generic answers for everything, everyone would just be playing black, because black play things are free. And the thing is, other colors don't have things to stop playing free black cards. Yes, you have Dark Power Mass Saiyan, but it's easily removed. Like, if you look at my Projexis, I could remove Dark Power Mass Saiyan super easily. Today I played Project mirror matches. I won them. Though I lost 1. The 1 mirror match I lost is because he hit me with that mirror. That mirror was infinite attack, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. But all the Project matches I played today in the mirror matches, I literally completely slaughtered him. It didn't matter if it had the Dark Power Mass Saiyan or not. But yeah, this deck needs no negates, guys. I know you guys think I'm trolling, but trust me, I played this in multiple tournaments. Multiple tournaments, guys. The only time I lost with this deck in multiple tournaments, I lost in top 8. The first time I lost was in top 8 versus Legends. I beat him in Swiss, and then he's like, you know what? That beating you put on me in Swiss, I learned from it, and he beat me in top 8. That's the one I was on stream. Literally, he ended up winning the turn. He ended up winning the event. So I lost to the champion at PPG Miami. Next thing you know, I went to the Invitational event. I went to the Invitational in real life. I did not lose with this deck. I had a tie with Scott Dashie. The thing is, when I beat I'm not. Let me not say that out loud. I gave my opponents the wins after I played them and beat them because I could not play day 2, and I want to be that guy. So that event still went undefeated. The only person I did not beat was Scott Dashie. I had a tie with him. He was playing Lord Slug. He decked me out game 2. Game 3, don't want to sound biased. I'm not going to sound biased. Game 3 went to time, and it was a tie. Just let me put it like that. It was a tie. That's it. That entire day, I did not lose. Now, I stopped playing the game for months. I got a new job. You can ask the team. Like I was super just not playing the game. They were keeping me up to date on everything. I played this exact list once again at the online webcam event. The only time I lost was round my first game. I think it was round 3. I lost against Peter Dance. He was the former champ. I lost against Peter Dance. He beat me. He beat me with he was using projects. Oh, he slaughtered my ass using projects. Super slaughtered me. And then went undefeated throughout the rest of the tournament, and then lost in top 8 again to the eventual winner. So realistically speaking, I lost in top 8 in both events to eventual winners. This deck with no negates, I put in work, guys. Like, I'm not trolling. If you guys want to learn this deck, I can show you how to play it. Realistically speaking, I wouldn't really focus on this build because once again, set 13 is coming out, and that's why like I don't want to give you guys these definite builds because a lot of stuff do change. But if you guys do want to see a set 13 build, let me know because we are using OBS now. So since we're using OBS, we can do cool things like this. Like we could show you decks and actually talk about decks and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want to see this one-on-one, like one night I can do it just for Vegeta. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just for Vegex. I can do it for Dark Broly. The other night we can do it. Whatever decks you guys want to see, like it has the most votes, we can do it with you guys and just talk about it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. So let's catch up on these comments. What do you guys got for me? What do you guys got? We have is green still viable? Just curious of your thoughts. Funny story you say that, my friend. You can ask any of the Vegeta Saiyan Army guys. Green is the deck I was trying to make work. I believe green. I told them my exact words. Where's my phone? I'll tell you my exact words that I told them on our local what's his face? Our local stuff. Where is it? I want to read you my exact words. Just sorry, I'm not trying. I'll even show it to you. I was talking to the owners of the Vegeta Saiyan Army, the creators, Kenneth and Frank Castle. They're actually locals of mine. And I talk to those guys all the time. And we always link up. And I was trying to put together a Green Majin Vegeta deck without the chain. And I'm like, hey guys, like, why hasn't anyone ever thought about X? And they're like, I mean, I did, but it just doesn't work. And I started talking to them a bit more about it. Let's see. I'm trying to find what I told them about green. This is neg. Where is my thing? I told him something. Alright, I can't find it. But I told him something to the fact where people think green is the worst color in the game right now. So I just want to take green and sit down and just show them I'll just be the better player. Because green is 100% not the worst player right now. Because if you think green is the worst color right now, there is no reason why I just bought these cards. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At first, I was thinking about Turtles. That's why Kenny was. I'm not Kenny. Frank. He put that video and he put Turtles being dodged. I got these for a deal, by the way. Shout out. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't know if he wants to be named. Like I said, stick with one color. The reason why I stuck with this, I have a playset of these cards. The only one. It's not a playset. It's just this. This is just one dormant. I got this for I think $100. So like this is a steal. I had to get that deal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, green is busted. So to answer your color, I do not believe green is trash. Those players who say green are trash just don't see green and don't play green, so they think it's trash. And I'm not talking about green Majin Vegeta. I'm not talking about that whole Boo channel. I'm talking about green in general. If you look at the cards green have in general, the only thing they're missing is like the Dark Parmass saying. They have answers to everything, like to everything. They don't have a floodgate, though, like Dark Parmass saying that says, hey, if you play cards for free, I'm going to punish you. Now, if green did have something like that, we'd be talking like real cash money business. But just because you're missing that one minor card, it doesn't really make it weak, but it does make green. It feels like it's kind of I guess lacking just a little bit. But green is really powerful, man. Let's see. That dog said, "Damn, Eddie got the drip now. I'm dead." Nah, that's the one time I ball out was on green. I want to make green for good again. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I want to make green a deck again. I told my guys like let me show you these flags because just to show you guys I'm not trolling. So I don't like to give advice and just say I'm trolling, right? I'm like, guys, you could never lose against blue because you play these guys in multiple. These guys have barrier. I said if your attacks get negated, you have to sell IAR that just cracks them back. Like, because think about it, if your attack get negated, right? Because you're trying to be aggro, whatever it is. If it stops, you still have all that open energy. So when they try to crack you back, not only do you stop the opposing attacks, you also rip cards from their hands, dude. Like, it's busted. Especially nowadays when they're already using cards like Violent Race to stop you. It's like they just lost 2 cards. So now when they attack you, they're thinking, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get you to lose some cards too. It's like, no, I'm gonna hit this one, sell IR, and I'm gonna rip another card from. They're like, oh man, what is that? And you get to pick the card. Ooh, green is something to handle. Now the top green decks I do really want to make work. I'm not gonna say the third one because the third one it's something no one's even looking at right now. I'll tell you the top 2 though. Was Turos and it's Majin Vegeta. Turos, I just feel like it's done broken with the fruit and that deck is just stupid. And Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta, honestly, if I were to play it, realistically speaking, would I play the chain? I think I would play the chain, but the only reason why I would play the chain is because my sideboard, I would. It depends. I have to see what I can do with the deck, like how I can make the chain thick with minimal cards, because my sideboard would completely change my main deck. So people would expect that, hey, I know how to counter this because he's playing the chain, and then somehow, some way, when I sideboard in, it's a completely different deck that you gotta go against. So I still have to play test and tinker with the deck. That's why I was reaching out to the boys today and getting advice from them. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Damn, a lot of comments. I missed that on. Is green super viable? Just curious. So I answer that. Green, in my opinion, is super viable. Green is not trash. Green is not bad, guys. I'm telling you. Do not sleep on green. Green, if you really look at it, counters black. Black, if I tell you right now, black, in my opinion, is the best color in the game because it counters everything. Green takes out those floodgates for one simple reason, and that is this. Because yes, you do have access to power bars to get those floodgates back, but this is a KO. If this said KO 1, you'd be fine. The fact that all your floodgates are 1 drops and this does 2 at a time, it's really busted. Even if you have 1 True Fighting Spirit Son Goku, it's still good. Now, if you have 2 True Fighting Spirit Son Gokus, yes, this is kind of not good because they just pitch 4 cards. They're going to neg. And this is why I tell you, black is just busted because something like Dormant, where you know, hey, you're going to get board wipe, you can say, take it like a chin. You can put your chin up, put 2 True Fighting Spirits, and say, Dormant me. Look at them straight in the face and be like this, bro, Dormant me, B, please. And it's like, you can't. Because if you do Dormant, you're losing 4 cards. Like, it's neg. It's super neg to do that. And don't forget, that first attack is still going through. Using 4 cards, and you didn't even negate that first attack. Like, it's still going through, dude. It's really rough. And that's why I say black is just, it's dumbfounded good. Let's see what else we got. He said, damn, they got the drip down. Yeah, with the green. For the first time. Gotta agree, unfortunately, Mono Blue is not the best right now. Mono Blue is rough spot. But Bandai did hook you Mono Blue players up. You guys do have these best of 1 events. Now with these best of 1 events, I tell you guys all the time, I don't know. I see Soul Striker, Reboot Soul Strikers in there. I see Blue Baby Vegeta's in there. Why is Vegeta not in there, guys? Like, if you guys really like Vegeta, why is Vegeta not in there? Why is Zamasu not in there? Because if King Piccolo's trying to take it over, Zamasu is the unison killer. If you're going against King Piccolo and you take out the unison, the deck becomes really simple to take out because they lose a lot of draw power. Now with the Blue Zamasu, you can. I don't believe Piano has barrier, so you can just bottom deck that bad boy with your Blue Zamasu. There's a lot of things you can do with Blue Zamasu, and specifically best of 1. Once again, best of 1. You cannot do this in best of 3 because you will get slaughtered after sideboard. But best of 1, there's a lot of answers. Now, the thing about Blue Vegeta, the reason why I say it is a lot of people forget about that unison triple attack guy. Especially if you're swinging with Zeno, and a lot of people are just going to say no negates and forgetting, oh snap, the Zeno's going to tap too. Now that Zeno is becoming super lethal. If he has a couple Senzu beans, he's going to give it to the Zeno. Like, it's going to become dirty. Yeah, Blue, you do have your format right now. Let's see. What we got. Green is a dope color to play. Yes, it is. Now, the thing I don't like about green, I can't play green in best of 1. Yes, you can play Majin Vegeta in best of 1, but honestly speaking, if you're Majin Vegeta and I'm Dark Broly, you're not going to beat me. If you're Majin Vegeta and I'm Vegeta, you're not going to beat me. I know how to out that deck. It's super easy to out that deck if you know how to play against it. Like, realistically, simplistically simple to beat. You just have to know how to do it. What else do you got? I've been trying to play Mono Blue Pycon since set 12. I just love the deck. It requires a lot. And your stuff is not game breaking. You see what I'm saying? Like that requirement reminds me of the Gogeta 7, but at least the Gogeta 7 had barrier deflect. Like there's nothing your opponent could do about it. Like you just got it required a lot, but the reward was rewarding. The stuff you have to do for Pycon, it's not rewarding like that. It requires a lot for a cool effect. I need something that's going to require a lot to be a game breaking effect. That's the best way I could explain it to you. What's this unheard of green deck? My boy said slug. I can't tell you guys on the last green deck. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. I just feel like green's okay. It doesn't have. It just doesn't do enough. They need a leader. Yeah, they. I can't say that revealing my third green leader, but green has the cards. Now my issue is finding out which leader I want to play. Because you're right, you're spot on. It's the fact that you don't know which leader to pick. It's like you already know Unison you're gonna pick. You're gonna pick the Migra. Like you're good to go. You're safe to pick a non-awakened leader because you have the Migra. It either has to swing at your leader to draw a card, or you have to swing at the Migra, and the Migra's gonna self-awaken you. So the one thing I will tell people, a lot of people like to play anti-meta green decks with the Bardock Unison. Don't play it. The reason why I say don't play the Bardock Unison is because it's too simple to get rid of, right? The Bardock Unison, if it +2, it'd be a completely different story. But you cannot pay 2 energy for a Unison that only +1 in this current age in a game. Because realistically speaking, if they attack with anything and then combo one double strike Kai or one double strike Champa, yes, you can remove the Bardock, but that double strike still remains on that card. So realistically speaking, there are 2 attacks from like KOing that Unison you just put out on board, which is it's neg, dude. I'm not lying to you. There's nothing you can do about that. Now, like I said, once again, that thing +2, whole different story. Because now they need 2 double strike attacks, which is it's a lot harder than you think to get off, especially against a Unison. What is we got? Might bring Zamasu to the 24th. Yeah, Zamasu is cool. Like if I were to play Zamasu, honestly speaking, you have to look at what decks you're gonna expect. If you expect a lot of Blue Baby, you already know. I want to put this out because some of my teammates are playing it. I can't say that. But Zamasu, I'm going to say is don't get stuck on one, but there's multiple builds to play Zamasu. The biggest thing with Zamasu is, I'll tell you this without killing my teammates' hope. If you're playing against certain things that are Unison heavy, don't forget Zamasu is the Unison killer. That's all I'll say on that one. What else we got? We got, as I said earlier, Bandai needs to get out the mindset of making decks that can play. Yeah, but I think they're moving away from that. But it's already too late because you have Dark Broly and for Jax that will just slaughter anyone who plays it. Because once again, if you're Dark Broly, unless you're sitting against anything that's not the mirror match, nothing truly scares you. It's like, okay, cool. Now there's games like my build, right? You saw I show you guys my build. Like my build, the only thing I'll just give the W to when I'm playing is just Invoker. So I have no main deck out for Invoker. I'm like, you know what? If I play Invoker, I don't give it to you, but you have to get it. If you're able to lock me out, which is completely 100% possible, you got it. But games 2 and 3, it's a whole different ballgame. Because games 2 and 3, I'm smoking you with this. You're never gonna burn me to death because I'm smoking with 4 of these bad boys. You gotta understand. I understand you're gonna violent raise me. So guess what happens? You're gonna lose 2 cards. I'm gonna make you lose a 3rd card. And not only are you gonna lose a 3rd card, I'm gonna swap these guys out for this. So now when I swing, I'm still going to get my dual attack. It's just going to be something different. So now you're thinking, hey, it's only 15. Now when I put this bad boy in, it's 25. So double strike and it's dual attack pretty much. It's really, really solid. It's things like that you have to think about when you play this game, guys. I feel like Bandai missed the best opportunity to give Reboot Green 17. That would actually be really, really good. I'm not going to lie to you. Really, really, really good. Really good. What else we got? I feel like I'm missing a comment. The third one is started at Green Broly BR. No comment, bro. I just feel like I ain't like Clash Crew is fun. Yeah, Clash Crew is legit. Clash Crew is legit. Even with Roshi, yeah, it sucks, but Clash Crew is legit. Hey Eddie, do you have a good reboot Gohan list? That deck is dead. Alright. I'll tell you right now, that deck is dead, dude. The reason why that deck is dead, Bandai, I'm gonna tell you how Bandai is so smart. They banned the deck without saying they banned the deck. If you're playing now, King Piccolo and all that good stuff, these cards right here literally ban that deck, dude. Like these cards right here. Dragon Ball card game. Yeah. I'll show it to card list. Bandai banned it. Once again, Bandai banned that deck without specific and best of 3. Yeah, because it's banned in best of 1. Then I ban that deck in best of 3 without directly saying it. Ban that deck. I'm gonna show you exactly what cards I'm talking about. Every color besides black has one. Now, you're right. You guys are telling you for red, you're just screwed going against King Piccolo. Or not just screwed going against King Piccolo. Because King Piccolo, guys, look what you guys have access to now. You, blue, or, yellow, and green has access. Where are these bad boys? To this. Now, if you know your deck is very vulnerable to a deck such as Green Gohan, and I tell you right now, players will still play Green Gohan until they realize, oh snap, my deck is not winnable anymore. You 100% have to be playing this. Because you playing 3 or 4, honestly, I play 4. If I'm not playing a black deck, I'm playing 4 at least on my sideboard. Where is it? Where are these cards? Does Red not have one? There's no way Red doesn't have one. Maybe I just passed it. I went too fast. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I thought Red had one. I thought all colors had one. I know green. Let me just pull the green one real quick because maybe I'm just sleepy and I passed it. But I'm pretty. Oh, Red does have 100%. Red has one. It's still Cyberman ones. 100% have it. I'll probably just give it away too. The card I'm talking about. I'll pull it up, guys. I'm super. It's getting to that time of night where daddy mode is beating me up all day. But it's these cards right here. I know for a fact Red has one. It has the Cybermen on it without planting them. It's come on, where are they? These guys are doing it to me. Actually, I know why I can't find them because they're not in this set. They're in Battle Evolutions. Duh, that makes sense. It's those cards. It still negates when you're at 4. If you're at 5 or less, you not only negate the attack, but you summon a free blocker, dude. Red Gohan can't beat decks anymore. I'm just being honest with you. If you know your deck struggles and will lose to Red Gohan, Green Gohan, you have to understand. You have to play these cards 100%. You have to play these cards. These cards will beat you. They will kill Green Gohan 100%. Because Green Gohan will end up starting to kill themselves, leave themselves at 2 life to 3 life, and you'll just finish them off. And it's going to be hard for them to push through because they're trying to take you down from 6 to 3 to 0. You cannot do that anymore. Like, it's just not physically possible anymore with these cards in the game. It's really, really rough. So, Bandai, that's why I said Bandai banned the deck without specifically banning the deck. Alright, so hopefully that answers your we would go on this. I would not touch that. I would not touch that. I would not advise you to touch that deck either. I'm just gonna, there's no best of 1 and best of 3. Those cards are literally say you lose. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's not, those cards are not once per turn. Like literally, you can attack, like, okay, cool, I'll just attack to the blocker or something else, and I'll do this, or I'll kill the blocker at Belmont. Dude, they can use another one and have another blocker, and they can use another one and have another. Like, there's no end to it. Like, it's legit. It's legit. So let's see what we got. I'd rather see new leaders that just rebooting old ones. Yeah, this makes sense. Notice they're putting energy requirements on most cards now. Yeah, you have to put energy cards on those cards. Like, free cards are not. You can put. I'll tell you this. Instead of rebooting leaders, you can make free cards for older leaders that help out. You see what I'm saying? I think like the Bojack one, right? There's a Bojack card. You know how Bojack when it awakens? It's like the only leader in the game that awakens. It just says flip this card over. It doesn't say draw one. It doesn't say up tap one. It says flip this card over. Just like some new support that says if this card is out here, you awaken and you draw 2. They can make cards like that free because it helps out older archetypes versus rebooting those leaders. So I do agree with you right there. Let's see what it says. Dark Broly literally makes 85 to 90% from set to 13 decks on table. Yeah, 100% facts. 100% facts. And that's the reason why when I played this today, I did not play Dark Broly. I played it for Jax. Literally give each 30k 1 energy. You can't. Nah. The only thing you can do to Dark Broly, I'm not gonna lie to you, the original 3 Dark Broly's, you have to put them all at 1. It's the example I gave of Dragon Rulers and Yu-Gi-Oh! The deck still is playable and now becomes skillful because now your leader ability to put 3 from your warp to your drop becomes really, really, really important. Because realistically speaking, yes, you can still cycle all 3 a turn, but now you're only able to put 3 back in, and those 3 have to be specifically those 3 cards in order for you to play all 3 of them again. So they can just fix it like that. Wrong set Eddie Evolutions. Yeah, sorry. You're right. It was Battle Evolutions. To be honest, if they killed the deck, nah, I don't think they could kill the deck. No, I'm not gonna die to you. That 7 drop red card it's in my opinion, I'd pick it up. If you don't have a playset, pick up a playset because this game is going to keep going on, guys. When they finally introduce multicolors for red, and it's some not multicolors for red, multicolors for black, that red Broly will be a staple in everything. That red Broly is the first red and black card we have in this game. So, fun fact: pick those cards up now. You could probably get a playset for like probably $5 or $6, honestly, because they're like what $2-3. Someone will give it to you probably for $5, or hey, pay my entry for tournament using your store credit, and I'll give you a playset. Like, make sure you have a playset. It's not expensive right now, guys, but mark my words. Whenever this game, I think it'd be set 15, set 16, whenever they introduce these multicolored black cards, that red Broly, if you look at it, it says this thing is black in all areas. That is the first multicolored black card we have in this game, guys. Be sure you have it. Let's see. Banner release a Janemba counter that literally kills you. Gone. Yeah, that Janemba counter. That's specifically for blue though. But if you're blue, you're right. You're just done. Like you're God. Or Toa. What did they give Dark Broly the inability to play Chomp or Heartfelt Plea? It's not gonna matter because you gotta realize I don't play Heartfelt Plea and I still don't lose games. I don't play Heartfelt Plea. That's the thing. Like Champa, you can't really say you can't play Champa, right? Because it's just every deck plays Champa. You can't just target one deck and say, hey, you can't play Champa. But Heartfelt Plea, he will say ban Heartfelt Plea. Literally, I have never played Heartfelt Plea in turn. The locals I have, and I showed my teammates, like local players, why it's bad because the games you have it and you're gonna put it down, it's already good. The only time it's good, it's in the black matches. If you're going against black, I tell you, if you're going against red, it's never going to swing because you're in a violent rage. If you're going against green, you're going to get charismatic villain, and you're probably still not going to swing even if you don't have charismatic because you're under a bigger more. If you're going against blue, it's getting it doesn't have deflect, dude. It's going to get bounced right back to your hand. Like if you're going against yellow, you're not going to draw. You're not going to get the offering because they'll have the slug on board, and you're not going to get the swing because they have the Vegeta Unison on board. Now, if you're going against black, I'm not going to lie, you're going to win a game. Because against black, it's just nothing you can do because literally it's a black killer. Black doesn't have floodgates like that. So that's something I can tell you about that. Let's see what else. I think I caught up on all the questions, comments, and concerns. So, oh man, we're at an hour mark. So I'll start with closing comments. If you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns, please leave it in the section and I'll get to it after your closing comments. So my biggest thing is, guys, be sure we'll start talking about the 13 decks now because it's this format's pretty much over. But be sure to play test with these new sets. The reason why I say that is because a lot of these older sets, in my opinion, such as King Piccolo, like I said, once again, I have to see that match actually goes off, but I honestly don't believe King Piccolo will be able to best King Vegeta. And if that's true, I believe King Vegeta will just replace King Piccolo as being the predominant red leader of the format. Now, if that is true, we're now gonna have to practice how to beat King Piccolo. I say King Piccolo. King Vegeta, you can tell I'm tired. Because King Vegeta, you cannot really floodgate. And I learned that today the hard way, guys. I did not know the field card has built-in removal for Black Power Matt Sand. Also the leader too on the Awakened side. So if you have multiples on the Unawakened side, you're kind of safe. But if you have multiples on your Awakened side, you're not safe because they could reduce your guys multiple times on their Awakened side. So that's a deck you have to watch out for. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Dark Broly, I don't see how rejects. It would bring out issues because I'm like, yo, this is starting to get to me. But Dark Broly, I don't know how. I don't know. Dark Broly's broken next set, guys. It's broken. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I can tell you. These older decks, just be on the lookout for them, guys. Don't sleep on anything because any deck can literally make a comeback and win. Make sure you're up to date on things. That there's newer cards that really help some of these older archetypes. And yeah, that's all I got for closing comments for tonight. What we got? Is Eddie sleeping on Bulma? I'm not sleeping on Bulma. I'm not gonna lie to you. You get acting on my boy Travis Washburn. Every time he plays a turn, I see him play a launch. I'm like, thank the Dragon Ball gods, you're not playing Bulma. I respect Bulma. I said, Travis, when you're playing Bulma, I'm shaking. Bro. I'm like, I think it's so annoying because Bulma is a deck that when you're playing Dark Broly or anything, it's just annoying, especially in my main board. Because once again, the only way I'll beat that deck is literally in my sideboard. That's it. And when I played Travis at the time, I didn't have these. I had the True Fighting Spirit Son Goku's, but I feel like the True Fighting Spirit Son Goku's reason being is if they use Android 17 or if they use a Topo, they would pitch multiple cards. But with this, it'll just shut them down, period. But yeah, this combined with this is the only way I'll be able to get some peace. And this, I take out this. Anytime you play against Drake, my Dark Broly list, if you guys are wondering, you take this out for this. The reason being is because they violent rage you and give you 2 cards nonchalantly, thinking, okay, cool, your turn's over. But realistically, it's not. Next thing you want to do once again, it's this. You make them lose 3 cards in a row and then you get this out. So that's the correct order of that. Yeah, but I am not sleeping on Bulma, my friend. I respect Bulma. Trust me. You can ask Travis. I tell him every time I Travis, I don't know why you're playing Launch. I don't know why you're playing this. Play Bulma. He goes, Launch is a little better up. I'm like, okay, cool. That's better for me then. So, all right. I don't see any more questions, comments, or concerns. So thank you guys for joining in. Friday, like I said, I'll start trying to do maybe some team talks. We can have like matchups, like you know what I'm saying, like battle series stuff. And I could probably like hopefully pay my guys the right winner gets X amount of credit and all that good stuff. And we could probably do that for a team talk session. If you guys want me to do that, let me know in the comment section below. We can also, since we're on OBS now, we can also do just deck doctor sessions where hey, okay, cool. The first 15 minutes we talk about this deck. The second 15 minutes, you can talk about the next deck. And you can have the expert, like Invokers, you can have like Sublin, you can have Legends talk to you about it. If you want Dark Broly, you can have myself, Giancarlo, I believe, plays Dark Broly. I don't think no one else on the team plays Dark Broly. If you want red decks, Robert, you see, we have Tim Palacios. We have the Red Gods. The only person from that plays red in this game that we don't have on our team that's actually one of the just 3 masters of red in this game, in my opinion. It's Robbie Rizzi, Tim Palacios, and it's Travis Washburn. When red decks are in those 3 players' hands, you have to watch out because if you're sleeping, you'll get clapped. If you want to hear about Sing Shinra, we have Yuha, we have Dylan Warren has been like just destroying games and events with his Sing Shinra deck. I mean, we have a lot of things we could do. So it's just literally on you. Whatever you guys want to know, whatever you guys want to see, leave in the comment section down below, and we'll be sure to get that to you. But until next time, guys, be safe. Love you guys, and appreciate the support you guys give to us. See you next time.